Hello and welcome back to Assetto Corsa for a post Dutch Grand Prix hotlapping stream kind of thing, where I'm going to be running around Zandvoort once again, just like I did on Friday. And I'm going to be running around Zandvoort in Formula One cars, possibly this year's Formula One car. And we're just going to talk a little bit about the race, see what kind of lap times I can get this time around. Last time I managed to push the cars to, well, push a 2019 car to 1 minute 12. So I want to see, can I get it lower with a modern car? Can I actually get the older cars faster than I managed last time? I believe I'm about to experience a crash. There you go. This is from a replay from the last stream. So what we're going to do is just wait a moment, and then we'll jump into the stream. We'll jump into the sim, get everything sorted, and see what we can do. So thank you for, I suppose, anyone who joins. Thank you for joining, and those people watching this afterwards. This is what you're going to expect. There's going to be some racing, there's going to be some talking. I say racing, there's going to be hot lapping, some talking, modern cars, older cars, and I think that's about it. I'm not really going to do much else beyond that, because it isn't going to be a very, very long stream. I'm not going to be streaming for 3-4 hours or anything along those lines. So I think with that being said, yeah, I think without further ado, I best just grab one thing that I forgot last time as well. Please excuse the squeaky chair. I really need to have a WD-40 or something on this chair. But there we go. Right, let's jump out of the replay, get ourselves in the stream, and see what we've got. Let's jump out the replay. And then let's move this over into the game, and you should now be able to see my screen. Lovely. Okay, so in the last video, the last thing that I did was the F2004. I managed to get, as you can see there, 1 minute 12, 1 minute 13 flat. And then in the 2019 car, I managed to get a 1:12.389. Obviously, that isn't anything near what they managed to do in qualifying. I didn't do any car setups, anything like that, and I'm very much not used to this particular car. But there we go. I cannot remember how many miles I'd done in the 2019 car before yesterday, but you can also see here in the 2004 car I've done a lot. So I'm very comfortable with the 2004 car. However, today we are going to start with if I get up to the RSS, there we go, I've actually picked up the 2021 Formula RSS car, and I want to try this because I thought, well, this is the right one to try, and I would drive it with this livery. I might do that later on, but for now I'm just trying to think about who I should drive this with. Now obviously we have Fernando Alonso, who is I really do like Fernando Alonso, and I think his car would suit this quite nicely. We have, of course, Max Verstappen, who won the race today. I'm just checking also. I don't have any. I'm just checking if I've got frame drops. Apparently, I've got frame drops for some bizarre reason. Stand by one moment. There we go. That should be back, and as it should be now. No dropped frames. That's probably how it needs to be. Right, okay. Let's go back to what I was talking about. So yeah, we had Fernando Alonso, we had Sebastian Vettel. Unfortunately had a really poor race today. I think he just couldn't get anywhere. Hamilton had a decent race today. I think that, in fact, probably go as far as to say he had a good race. Bottas was just cannon fodder once again on this one. they really messed up his race. Though he didn't have as much pace, the Ferraris were sort of nowhere. Raikkonen was out with COVID. Russell did not have the best of races, but it wasn't too bad. I think Alonso had a really good race, because at one point they were telling him, can you move out the way for Ocon? Or Ocon said he's faster, and Alonso went, well, hold on, no, I'm just holding back. You know, I'm not having any trouble. He's not having any trouble. I'm having trouble here. Yeah, he said, I'm not having any trouble. I'm just holding back so I don't ruin my tyres. And then he went ahead and just, you know, just absolutely blitzed everybody. Well, I say blitzed everybody, blitzed his teammate and started catching up to the Ferraris. And I think at the end he did not manage to beat the Ferrari of Sainz, but he was right on his tail. So yeah, he had a decent race. So I could race as him. Obviously, that's not Verstappen. Obviously, I could take the Red Bull of Max Verstappen, which was the race-winning car today. That would be an interesting one to do. Ricciardo didn't have that bad a race. Norris had an okay race as well. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not entirely sure. Whilst I'm waiting for people to turn up, I'm just debating for myself what I should and should not be trying. Let's see. Right. I think I'll just pick Max Verstappen's just to start with, because you know he was the race winner. It is his home Grand Prix. We can go around with him. No, because I want to be able to take different pictures. Alonso it is. And let's jump into it. Okay. I'm hoping this... Oh, I haven't set... I've made a mistake here. I have made a mistake that I'm going to have to fix. Yep, I have very much made a mistake that I'm going to have to fix. And that mistake is to jump straight out. Again, car-specific controls, and make sure that one is selected, because I've had problems in the past with this. And that's something to bear in mind for those people, you know, who play Assetto Corsa. If you are having trouble with Assetto Corsa, this is what you need to do. Okay. We're going to run with the soft compound of tyres today. Oh, should we run with the mediums? Let's run with the mediums, because they were running with soft, medium, and hard. Also, you can see with the patch, we've got the ability to run the different colours as well. So I'm going to run with the mediums today. That all looks fine to me. And in terms of visuals, I'm going to leave the halo in. And I really do not know what steer assist does, but there we go. Right, and we are in. Let's just make sure that this is all okay. I can feel quite a bit there. Let's put that into charging. MGUK recovery goes there. That can be set to battery, so we don't have that much power. Engine brake can be set there, that's fine. Brake bias, probably want a little bit back. And there we go. That looks ready to go. So gloves on, and let's see what kind of lap time we can start setting. I am thinking I'm just going to perhaps, not that one. I'm thinking of adding a lap counter here, not that. Let's have a look. Actually, that's going to get in my way, I think. There we go. I'm just going to add that for now, just to see so we can see the different lap times that we have, or I'm running. And also, before I go, I do need to ensure that my voice is being carried properly through this, which I think it is, so that's good. And all that looks fine. There we go. Alright, everything has been checked. Everything's ready to go. All I now have to do is not crash. Easier said than done. Right. Also, the other thing I've got to note is, oh, I've set the wrong button for neutral, but that's okay. Yep, sounds good. Okay, kind of gets in the way. I've noticed that. Steering wheel kind of gets in the way there. I'd like to be a little bit higher up, I think, in this. Onboard settings. Where are my onboard settings? There they are. There we go. I think that's what I have to do. Okay. It's going to take a few minutes for me to obviously get used to the track again. Yesterday I managed, as I said, a 1 minute 12. That was in a 2019 car. I have no idea how the 2021 car is going to react. It could react just as well, or it could react really badly. I genuinely do not know. So I'm just going to see what I can do. Take it easy for the first few laps and then start putting my foot down a little. And this is the corner I really want to improve on, this sequence here. I really do want to be able to improve on this setup. And obviously get used to the brakes on this car. I think that for these tyres the ideal temperature is going to be about 110 degrees. So I will need to work the tyres a little to get them up to temperature. But we should be okay once we're up and running. Again, as I said, first few laps, just going to take it easy. Learn the track once again. Even though it's only been a couple of days since I've driven on it. But, you know, you have to always get used to the tracks. Yep, so this is going to be flat at some point. Or at least I'm hoping this is going to be flat at some point. Again, done no setup with the car. I'm just driving it around. Nothing else. I think I've also mapped my cursor or my overtake button and DRS in the opposite way, so I'm just going to have to get used to that. So one of the problems I've been having with my new steering wheel is that every time I start it up, every time I start up Assetto Corsa, I have to redo it. I have to reset my entire steering wheel. And yeah, so I just need to be aware of that. Just easing through, learning the track, or I say learning the track, relearning the track. So 1 minute 19 was my first actual lap, it seems. Also, I've noticed that my real time is slightly off where it should be, but that's okay. Here we go. I will have to try and improve my chicane. Oh, it's perfect. I'm driving as Fernando Alonso. It's all about the chicanes. That's an old joke for people who remember old Fernando. So one of the really nice things here is that I know I can find myself in sort of consistency with this, which I do like. That I can get myself into a position where I'm driving quite consistently, and that's quite cool. This car doesn't stick quite as well as the 2019 car did through there, but it has more. I feel like this car's got a lot more power than the 2019 car, although I think in reality it does not have that much more, but it just feels like there's more, and that's really good. So on the medium tyres, I'm trying to get into the 1:15 with the medium tyres. So if I can sit comfortably in the 1:15s on medium tyres, that would be pretty awesome. And if I can get faster than that, then that's even better. But there is a little bit of work to be done for me, of course. Because at the moment I'm on a 16 flat with mediums. It's not too bad. Should be third gear. I think this corner is third gear, and then this corner is also third gear. Yep. Feels pretty good. Alright, getting used to this the 2021 car, there are some differences. There are definitely some differences between this and the 2019 car. But at this point in time, I will admit I'm nowhere near pushing on this car. I'm definitely not pushing on it. Yeah, I think on the medium tyres it's not as easy to go through that corner flat like you can on the softs. There's just that little bit more grip, I think. And the other thing is, of course, this is not quite the same as the real track at all. There are differences here. Oops, a little bit of wheel spin coming off the banking. Just the tiniest amount. Yeah, it's difficult to keep this flat. And if I can use all of that, curve, that would be really cool. Slightly wide there, and that's cost me. Still not bad. Still comfortably sitting into the 15s. So does the wider line work here or not? That's something that I think a few drivers were trying, is wider lines in the banking. Turn 1 and even this one. Now I'm preferring, I'm not sure which line I'm liking at the moment. I've tried both lines and I think the wider one does give me better. I think the wider one does give me more, but I'm not entirely sure if it is the ideal line for me. Whoops. Still not my track really. And remember, I'm doing this at the moment without actually using anything. This is just on pure engine power. So I'm in the 1 minute 16, sort of on, or low 150. Sorry, high 115s, low 116s on just engine power alone. I'll start bringing extra power in momentarily. I'm guessing I feel like I would need to adjust the wings. Oh dear, that's gone. I feel like I would need to adjust the wing angle, front wing there, just to give me a little bit more turn in on that fast corner. Just the front of the car just washes out. It's not ideal. As I lock up. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring some power into the car. Okay, so now we've got power coming into the car a little bit more, and you can actually see that difference. Just look at the performance delta and how much it just suddenly improves. So that just shows you the kind of power output we're getting. So it isn't a little amount of power that we're getting. It just helps us all the way through. That's really washing out, that is. On the medium tyres. Oh, locks up again. Right. I need to get that chicane sorted. That's the second lock up on that chicane. My rear tyres are really cold. And I'm definitely not in the operating window here for the tyres. And apparently that was a personal best so far, which is weird, but okay. That just shows how much lap time I've got in this. In we go. Still a little bit of wheel spin off that corner. I think I just need to be a little bit calmer through the corner. It should be okay. Again, medium tyres really not holding out well on the... Yeah, medium tyres not ideal for the for that banking, turn 8 banking, or whatever it is. This is a poor lap. This one here is a poor lap. There we go. That's better. That's easily now into the 1 minute 14s. Or heading towards the 1 minute 14, should I say. Look at the lap time gain there. I still need to work on that corner. 2 days I've not been comfortable with that corner at all. Although I'm getting a lot more comfortable with this chicane, that's for sure. And that's now in the low 1 minute 14s. So remember, in the 2019 car, I got a 1 minute 12. And that was pretty much on the limit. 1 minute 12.3. But this time around, I was using a manual overtake button to try and give myself the power as and when I wanted it, and I think that's kind of worked. But at the same time here, I'm starting to get better lines, and that's helping even more. Oh dear, I say that. I say that and I messed up. So what would happen, I wonder, if I went to balance that one? What would that do? I'm not entirely sure here. Because that's now using additional energy. Yeah, that's using additional energy now. So let's take a couple of laps to get back into this. Not traction control. Change that mode. One thing I will give Formula 1 drivers, it's difficult to change all these buttons on the wheel when you're certainly not used to it. It's very, very difficult to change buttons on a wheel. And, you know, rotate one thing or without hitting another and all of that kind of stuff. Because your car is shaking the whole time. And because of that shaking, it's very easy to hit the wrong button or go into the wrong mode. And you really have to give it to them for being able to manage that. So this is using the battery mode as well. I haven't yet hit that overtake button again, which gave me a lot more power. But I'm just trying to see what just using the battery on low balanced also gives me. Because obviously this car works differently to the 2019 car. So I lose half a second here just because I'm not using that battery overtake mode button. That's quite interesting to note. That is really interesting to note, actually. That single button gives me that much difference. I mean, just look at that. I'm using that button massively now, and it just caught up. All that lap time just got caught up really quickly. That's pretty cool that we've got that button available to us to do such a thing. But it's only a finite amount of it, of course. Had to downshift 2 gears there. I wasn't expecting that. Lost a lot of time there. Let's go to balanced high, see what happens. See what kind of difference it makes on the times. Ah, now we're pulling a lot more power through that. I noticed that immediately. Right. I really do not want to mess this up going up the hill, so because there's some bugs here, and there's some bugs with my steering wheel, so I don't want to mess that up. Let's be nice and easy through that. Okay, there's a lot more power. Yep, there's a lot more power here. Oh, and there's hot lap mode as well. Maybe I should do one hot lap. Well, no, because I'm trying to do race. What I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to do a hot lap on race tires. That's what I'm trying to do, and that's no good. That's just no good at all. I wonder what would happen. I might just switch over to softs and see how that improves the lap times. I cannot imagine there being a massive difference between the mediums and the softs. Yeah, I'm not sure if there should be a massive difference between the mediums and the softs, but you know. Up on the curb, round the bump, keeping it all together, watching this flat section that isn't flat. I think overall Verstappen had a fantastic race today. I feel like he was just the one thing that I would say that was slightly disappointing is I never felt like Verstappen at any point was going really hammering down for anything more than maybe a lap. Maybe for one lap, 1 or 2 laps he was really pushing it, but apart from that it just didn't feel like he was pushing the car, and that's a bit disappointing. I like seeing races where, you know, drivers are pushing the cars. But unfortunately, that was not something that happened today, which is a shame. It really is a shame. So when I have this extra power, I've really got to be careful. Because going into turn 1A, or whatever it is, or turn pre-2, it is not the ideal situation to be in. Hey, that wasn't too bad. A little bit more speed there, and then that would actually be a really, really good line. As was that. And then I messed it up. Lost. So getting used to this car's a little bit harder. But I certainly think that I can start getting some more lap time out of this. For example, there I managed to gain quite a bit, and that was just because I ended up rolling the car through, which is difficult to do, but I think once you manage it, it's pretty good. Same thing here, I can just roll the car through. As I mentioned on Friday, this is a flowing circuit. It's all about a flow. Get yourself a good flow on the track and you're in a really, really good position. That's all you have to do here. Because of the old school nature of it. And just look at that, now we're in the 13s. Oops, slightly late on the brakes. I say slightly late on the brakes, probably about 15-20 meters too late on the brakes. Come on, 3/10 down on that previous lap is still not bad. Oh, hey look! I found myself in a completely different place. That was new. I'm actually going to change my tyres. Let me try softer tyres. And also, I feel like I need a little bit more turning. So I think that should be fine, because losing top speed is not bad. A little bit more front wing should help me, but the only thing I'm thinking about is that if I bump up my rear wing all the way, is that going to help? I don't think it is. I think it's just that initial turn-in I need. So I'll try this and see what happens. No, in fact, let me just try it like that. See what that does. Alright, on soft tyres now. You can see the red wall tyres. This is a very narrow pit lane. I don't even know what mode the car's in right now. Let me check. Motor. Balance low. Put that on charging for now. Creep through there. Creep around here, just warm the tyres a bit. Not going to do what the drivers were doing in qualifying, which was just ridiculous. And here we go. Let's see what kind of lap times I can get now. So how do the softer tyres feel with grip? Certainly a bit more grip there. In fact, there's a lot more grip there. Not wheel spinning as much. So again, I'm going to try and make it into the 1 minute 12s. Right, I've got better turning here. I have got better turning, but I need to now adjust to the... Yeah, I need to adjust to this now. And this is going to be a combination both of tyres and wing. Especially through the chicane, I really felt that. Yeah, I really felt that through the chicane, that was really solid. Just changing out that. Yeah, changing out the wing angles has really helped the turning for me. Again, you can really carry a lot more speed than you think through this corner. Don't go onto the grass though, that would be a disaster. But this is not quite... I'm trying to get it flat like the Formula 1 drivers did in qualifying, but it just... For some reason, Assetto Corsa, it's just not having it. One thing I've noticed is that this track seems to not be as... it doesn't seem to be as grippy as the real track. This seems to have far less grip for some reason. Right. So still, even with scruffy laps, now I'm sitting in the 1 minute 14s, which isn't bad. That really is not bad at all. And again, I've not actually touched that hot lap mode, and at this point in time, I'm not actually touching the overtake button either. Although I think it's using it itself in this balanced time mode, so that's fine. Yeah, it's scrubbing. I've just not got that grip. Missed the apex completely. As I mentioned on Friday, who needs that apex? Nobody. I'll get there eventually. One thing that was that I was thinking about over the course of the race was, I wonder how many times people are going to get lapped. So for example, I think Mick Schumacher was lapped 3 times over, which was weird, and I think everyone up to 4th place was lapped, which just makes no sense to me. That just shows how the top 3 just were gone, and that's a little bit concerning when everyone up to 4th place is lapped, and you just think, wow. I suppose that's where you look at the Formula 1 rules and you think to yourself, right, okay, this is where they need to change out the rules, and this is what the 2022 rules are looking to bring. Oh, touch the grass. Almost did a Latifi there, but I touched the grass on the exit, and I was able to, instead of flicking into that corner, I was able to keep up with that because it was in a much slower section. I do like this track. I do like the track. It was unfortunately as narrow as I thought it was on Friday. It proved that in the race there were some moments where I think some drivers were just I'd say either getting caught out by it being too narrow, or just the passing was very, very difficult. It wasn't quite Monaco difficult, obviously. Whoa, why am I getting thrown out here? It wasn't Monaco levels of difficulty, but it was still difficult to pass. And I think that in and of itself, that in and of itself just means that they've got to do something to this track for next year to make it easier to pass, or something about the cars. I know they're changing the cars out, but are they going to be how much narrow are they? I haven't actually looked it up, but are the cars going to be narrower? Are they, what are they going to do to get these cars to make sure that these cars can overtake and can drive around here? Because this time around, I think, as great a track as it is, the overtaking was just not there, and the opportunities to overtake were just not there. I mean, there were the occasional overtake, and that looked absolutely fantastic. Going around the outside, for example, was a fantastic move by a couple of drivers. Made moves like that, and I was thoroughly impressed because they had to make the move. There was nowhere else they could go, and they really did what they could to go forward. But come on. Yeah, they really did what they could to move forward and get past. For example, Perez made some fantastic moves today because he had to start from the pit lane, and I think he was overtaking everybody, but he had to get past everyone. But who else started in the pit lane? Was it Latifi? I think Latifi started in the pit lane, and yeah, Perez had to essentially go on an overtaking spree, which he did really well. But even then, there were moments where you're looking at Perez and thinking, how is it that a Red Bull is struggling to get past some of these cars? It was really, really difficult for even someone like Perez with his Red Bull to get past the Haas, for example, or the Alfa Romeos, or to an extent the Williams, which just shows that there are moments where they've got to look at the track and improve on it. There are points where they have to look at the track and go, right, we've got to figure out where we're going to improve. I don't think I've got enough battery charge for another lap, but I'm going to try. So mess that up anyway. The batteries work differently in this car to what I'm used to in the 2019 car. That's how you do that flat. Oh, and then I just locked up the brakes, of course, snagged a wheel, and that just ruined everything there. But I think I've just figured out how to do that flat, turn 7 or 8, whatever it is, flat in this car. That was pretty good. I'm only running 0.2 of a second down. Oh, I'm now out of battery. I'm now definitely out of that charge. Yep, I can feel it. Yep, definitely out of charge here. Right. Let's get into charging mode. Yep, definitely need to charge up the batteries. There we go. Bring that recovery up. So you can see that blue bar on my dashboard here in front of me on the left hand side. You can see how low that is, and that is the charge that immediately when I ran out I lost about 0.4 of a second straight away. So I'm going to have to potter around a little until I can get that charge up and running again. And hopefully the tyres do not cool down too much as well. Charge is coming up again, not very quickly. Come on, I need that charge up. I might try and run this in hot lap and see what happens. I mean, it's very comfortable for me to be in the 13s. Low 13s is also quite comfortable. I feel like I'm getting to a point where low 13s is quite comfortable as well. I've done 31 laps obviously in this car now. But yeah, it's, to be honest, I'm not finding this car very different to the 2019 car. It feels very similar. It does feel very, very similar to the 2019 car. Let's go. Let's go hot lap mode. Let's see what happens if I do this. It doesn't do much. Not for the likes of me anyway. You can see the red lights come on telling me it's in hot lap mode. Oh no, actually it's doing something. It's giving me a little bit more. I'm going to try this for another lap. Try and make the use of the maximum mode on this car. I didn't even move it to motor mode as well. Now we're talking power. This should be bringing us up to a full 980 brake horsepower or something. Oh boy, and I messed up. Got to figure out how to do that. Why is that red light still on? What's that red light trying to tell me? I have no idea what that red light's trying to tell me now. How do I recharge my battery? That's the... I want a quick recharge for the battery. How do I do that? And I'd want to dump everything into maybe... I tell you what, if I do this and make sure that is in battery mode, surely over this lap everything should charge up and then I can just go for it. So I'll just try and bring it into whatever the full hot lap mode is for this car and just see how fast I go. Obviously, in terms of fuel, we're still fueled for more than they would in qualifying. They'd probably fuel somewhat lower than this because they'd only do 1 or 2 laps. But that means that, you know, getting a 1 minute 13, because it's 30. They're running 30 liters of fuel here. 30 liters of fuel equates to about a I'm just thinking, how much is 30 liters of fuel? It's fairly, it's not a lot. Right. Here we go. I think this is everything into a single lap. I think. Apparently it's supposed to be everything into a single lap, but honestly I cannot feel that much of a difference. So... and I still cannot get that corner right, not in this car. Let's see the rest of the lap though. No. Well, okay, so I'm not really sure how that hot lap mode works, because it doesn't seem to do much, at least for what I could feel. I felt like balanced high was a better mode. The hot lap mode just seemed a bit unstable, to be honest. Yeah, I feel like balanced high is probably a better mode to be in, if I'm completely honest. Yeah, I just feel like this mode works better for me. Ah, that's something they didn't have to worry about today, was hitting that inside corner. I hit it a few times I hit it a few times on Friday, and I noticed that compared to the real track, there's a bit more leeway, and I was trying to carry that same sort of leeway, and it wasn't happening because I was just not able to. To get the sort of right amount of. I was just not able to get the width that they could on the real circuit. Nevertheless. Not lock up, that's silly. Should try again? Let's try again, see what happens. Who knows? I'm braking slightly earlier than I did on Friday too. I've noticed that. just spun up the wheels there, lit up the rear tyres. There's got to be a perfect line for that now. Hey look, somehow I've improved. Well, that was unexpected. I wasn't expecting to improve here, but I did. Well, I haven't really, but it's close enough to improving. Now that was the point where I was braking on Friday. Okay, minimal. Just touched the grass there again. If I didn't touch the grass, that would have been such a fast section. That would have been such a fast section had I not touched the grass. Same there, just again, just slightly on the grass there. It's just throwing the car out just a little, enough for it to destabilize, and that's it. But I think at that point I am going to say, yeah, I'm done with this stream for now. So thank you very much for watching, and of course, like the stream if you hit the like button if you like the stream. Subscribe to the channel for more videos on Assetto Corsa. There will be more. The Nordschleife challenge will return at some point. Leave a comment in the comments box below, letting me know what you think. And not exactly my fastest lap times today. Certainly was much faster in the previous. In the 2019 car. I think I was just able to extract more time having done more laps on that car and knowing that car better than a lot better than this one. That being said, I'm not that far off when it comes to lap times if we're really looking at it. I'm only a couple of tenths. Yeah, I think I'm only a few tenths out. There you go, I'm in the 12, so it isn't like I'm massively off the time. And you can see here that if I just make myself drive fairly smoothly through this, I'm alright. In fact, I guess this lap may actually end up being a better lap than I have done previously. Oh, I ran out of power. I ran out of power. But 1:12.74, and that was really not... That wasn't really me pushing, that was just me trying to make a point that I can go faster if I wanted to. And it isn't really that hard to gain more lap time in this car on this track. But yeah, as I said, thank you very much for watching. If you can do so, please do consider supporting me on Patreon. www.patreon.com/ecgadgetesports would be massively appreciated. It would really help me out. And also you can find me on social media at ecgadgetlp for both Twitter and Instagram. I suppose that is all from me with a 1:12. I'm curious as to what if I put my fuels down all the way, then I do wonder what sort of lap time I would actually get. I think I could probably be in the 1:11s, since the 1:12 really wasn't that difficult when I had the full battery power. But that's all from me, and I'll see you next time in Assetto Corsa. I might do this again before the Italian Grand Prix and do a preview of the Italian Grand Prix. I've not driven at Monza for a very long time, and obviously Monza is one of the tracks that we have available to us, so it might be worth me doing that. I shall see. But for now, I should probably stop and end the stream. So let's go to a replay so I can just stop. There you go. You can enjoy a replay for a few seconds whilst I say goodbye.